what is laser hair removal? क्या होता है ये procedure?
First and foremost, I would like to correct you that it is not laser hair removal as most of the people perceive it. It is actually a permanent, cumulatively achieved permanent hair reduction. It is not removal, which is a misconception to most of the people. Laser hair reduction, as the name suggests, is the utilization of laser radiations, that is a laser wave, which targets a specific chromophore, that is a colored pigment. In terms of laser hair reduction, this colored pigment is melanin, which is present in the hair roots. So this laser beam is absorbed by melanin and converted into heat energy. And this heat energy actually kills the stem cells of the growing hair follicle and prevents the regrowth of the hair. Now, in a particular area, on sequentially targeting it every 6 to 8 weeks, we achieve a reduction of up to 60 to 80% when we do approximately 6 to 8 sessions of laser hair reduction in that particular area. So that is how laser hair reduction works and achieves reduction, which over sessions becomes permanent. And this is actual truth about laser hair reduction, that it is a reduction, not removal, that people think of it as.
डॉक्टर, इस लेजर हेयर रिडक्शन सेफ, क्या ये प्रोसीजर सेफ होता है?
ये एब्सोल्युटली सेफ प्रोसीजर होता है, तभी ये इतना आजकल डिमांड में है. फर्स्ट. सेकंड, जो रेडिएशंस होती हैं वो बहुत सुपरफिशियली ही एब्जॉर्ब होती हैं और उनका एक स्पेसिफिक क्रोमोफोर होता है. और ये प्रिंसिपल, जो इसका प्रिंसिपल होता है वो सिलेक्टिव थर्मोलिसिस है, कि मतलब वो रेडिएशंस एब्जॉर्ब भी होंगी एक पर्टिकुलर कंपोनेंट, दैट इज मेलानिन से. वो कहीं और डीपर लेयर्स में प्रेजेंट ही नहीं होता है, इसलिए ये कोई डीपर डैमेज नहीं कर सकता है. जो लोगों के मन में एक भय होता है या एक क्वेश्चन होता है कि क्योंकि ये लेजर है क्या ये कैंसर कॉज कर सकता है, तो ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. इट्स अ टोटल मिथ, इट इज अ मिसकंसेप्शन. इट इज एन एब्सोल्युटली सेफ प्रोसीजर done with the right machines, under the right guidance and with the right protocols.
Doctor, now how does the laser hair reduction works? Is the process painful or the process is not painful? कैसे ये work होता है पूरा process?
There are few steps to laser hair reduction. The procedure first involves cleansing, shaving and marking the particular area where we want to do the laser hair reduction, followed by giving the laser shots, and then there is a post-procedure protocol where we involve application of some cooling or calming agent, and in the photo-exposed areas we apply sunscreen. So this is the whole procedure, which is done in sequential steps. Second part of your question is whether it is painful. Now, in terms of pain, actually, the laser hair removal machine in itself has a cooling sapphire tip on its surface, which functions to cool the skin surface area while the laser beam penetrates into the skin. In some laser machine, there is coolant sprays also, which are sprayed with each shot so that the surface does not become too hot or the procedure becomes painful. Now, in areas such as the bikini areas, that can be a little sensitive and a bit of painful for people, and that again becomes very subjective. In some patients or in some people, it is absolutely convenient and they don't require any pain relieving modifications to be done. But in some patients, it does. So in those areas, we use a topical numbing agent, which is applied to that area for a period of 30 to 40 minutes so that the procedure becomes takeable and convenient for the patient, and the procedure remains the same as I've already explained. So the basic concept of laser hair reduction, as we've already discussed, is selective photothermolysis. That is, the laser beam will penetrate and it is taken up by the melanin, which is present in the hair roots, heats up and causes damage to the stem cells of the hair follicles. Since the stem cells will be damaged, the regrowth of the hair would actually be inhibited. Right now, over a particular area, this over sessions, which are repeated every 6 to 8 weeks, we achieve reduction. The hair which grows back would be thinner, and as the sessions will be repeated, it reaches a stage of reduction up to 60 to 80%.
How much does the whole laser reduction procedure cost about?
The cost of laser hair reduction procedure actually depends upon the technology being used. That is what technology the doctor is using. Now, the older technologies like Nd:YAG laser would be slightly cheaper as compared to the current diode and triple wavelength technologies. Second, we have to, the cost will also depend upon the area, the body area treated. So the costing depends upon these two factors. Now, another part in costing that I would like to discuss is that we must compare the costing with other methods of hair removal. Now, we can compare it to waxing. Now, over a period of time, you have to repeat your waxing monthly and you never achieve a reduction, right? You are always removing that many number of hair every month or whatever the frequency is. So if we compare the cost of doing waxing monthly over 5 years and we compare the results of laser hair reduction over 5 years, though initially invested amount might be a little higher, but over a 5 years comparison, laser hair reduction comes out to be cheaper and more result oriented.
Now it's like, how long does the hair reduction process last for? कितने time तक ही last करता है, and when we have to get another session of it?
Actually, the results which are achieved by a proper 6 to 8 sessions of treatment. As I already said, it's a protocol where any body part requires at least 6 to 8 sessions. After doing your 6 to 8 sessions, you achieve a reduction of up to 60 to 80%, and your hair becomes much, much finer, just like a lanigo hair or the facial thin hair. Now, if the hormonal balance is maintained, the results last for quite some time, but they can be maintained by doing maintenance sessions. These maintenance sessions can be repeated once or twice a year. Now, if the patient is starting early, that is in their teens, may require more number of maintenance sessions. If the patient is starting it in the later years of age, the number of maintenance sessions will be less.
Doctor, what areas of the body can be treated through it? Can it be any area of the body or only some specific areas? Can you throw some light on this?
In a female, except for the scalp, we can actually treat all the hair-bearing areas of the body. In a male, the beard and the scalp bearing these areas, we can actually treat all the hair-bearing areas of the body.
Doctor, how many laser treatment does one need to get for a complete reduction?
As I've already said and explained it, that for a complete reduction, you require at least 6 to 8 sessions, which are repeated at an interval of 6 to 8 weeks to achieve a reduction of approximately 60 to 80%.
Thank you, doctor, for answering that. Now, it's like, how old one has to be to get the laser hair reduction treatment? What is the right age to go for it?
According to the textbooks, the right age is at least 18 years of age. But in practical experience, post-puberty plus 2 years for hormonal stabilization, and you can easily start your laser hair reduction. But a practical point which I also see while starting laser hair reduction in younger patients is that they must understand the procedure. They must understand that there is a protocol involved wherein they must repeat the sessions, as I said, monthly or once in 2 months. And it should not be under the pressure of their parents that they need to look in a certain way or they need to do it for them. If they understand, I definitely, even in younger patients, once they've achieved the puberty and the hormonal stabilization has happened for 2 years, we can start laser hair reduction very safely.
Doctor, top 3 things that you would like to tell to the patient to take care before they go for a laser hair reduction treatment?
Before going for a laser hair reduction, we must make sure that the skin should not be tanned because there will be higher chances of skin burns if the skin is very tan, because the differentiation between the skin melanin and the hair melanin will be lesser. Second thing, you should not have any active herpetic infection or cold sores. The infection can flare if you do your laser hair reduction in such a situation. A third thing, that you should not have waxed that area or threaded that area in the last 1 week, because your hair should be in the active growth phase for the laser to be effective.
Now, doctor, top three things that we would suggest to a person going for laser hair reduction treatment, that what to take care after the treatment is done once.
Immediately after your session, there can be a little bit of redness, there can be a little bit of pain, which can persist for 48 to 72 hours. In that situation, you can use calming solutions or some topical mild corticosteroid cream that your doctor has recommended. Sun protection is very, very mandatory post your laser session. So sunscreens are an utmost necessity, for, specifically for the photo-exposed areas. The third thing that I would recommend is, please don't go for any exfoliative procedures, bleaches, or any chemical peel sort of procedure. In the immediate 1 week post your laser, there will be high chances of getting burns. And in case your redness or any such complaint or pain in the treated area is persisting more than 24 to 48 hours, you must connect with your doctor immediately.
Thank you, doctor, for this wonderful session. I hope this will help out many people looking for the laser hair reduction treatment. And with this, we end up for that. With this, we sign off for today. Thank you.
Thank you so much.